Hello, dear students. Welcome to today's English lesson. Today we'll be working on the American Hotline Early Intermediate book. So we are going to go through Unit 3, People. And we'll be working on page 7 to page 10. So as today we looked at how to make questions with the conditional tense, we are going to work here on exercise 2. I'm going to zoom it a little bit more for you to see. Look at these questions in the personality test and complete the rule. So we are going to look at the questions here in personality test, question 6 and 7. If you went to live in another country, what will you miss the most? Let's have a look. Number 7. If you won some money, what will you buy? So what we can see here is that we are using would, which is the conditional, in front of the subject. The subject you, right? And the same here, we're using would, which is the conditional, in front of the subject you. So now we're going to complete the rule. To make questions in a conditional tense, we put would in front of the subject. All right? So exercise B, complete these questions with the verbs in parentheses. If you found a lot of money, what would the subject you do? What will you do? Would you tell the police? Would, then the subject you tell the police? There we have. And now our questions are done. So remember, when we want to make questions with the conditional tense, we need to put would in front of the subject. So now it's time to work on the word work. Find all the names of jobs in the personality test. Write them down. And how many more can you think of? So here in the personality test, we found some jobs like cameraman or camerawoman, writer, director, star, and then we can find another ones like, for example, teacher, doctor, dentist, engineer, lawyer, and think about them and then please write them down in your notebook. Okay? So for exercise 5, you need to write down your answers to the personality test. And here you have an example. If I worked in movies, I would like to be a director. Right? So here you have how to find your answers. Here you can find how did you score. Okay, if you score an A, or if you score a C, or B, or a D. And then according to your answer, you need to write down your answers here, okay? So remember that every follow-up activity, you must do it in your notebook, in your English red notebook, okay? So please write down your answers in your notebook. Make sure you work on exercise 5 and then you write your answers to the personality test in your red English notebook. And then we're going to move on to next page, page 8, and dress sense. Read these. What is your dress sense like? Do all clothes suit you? Can you wear any style or color you like and still look good? For most of us, the answer is no. We have to choose our clothes carefully to suit ourselves and the shape of our body. This goes for boys and girls. What is the text about? It is about clothes, it is about dress sense, right? Is dress sense just for girls? No, I think it goes for boys and girls too. See, what will follow? Well, in this case, we're going to learn new vocabulary to talk about dress sense. So here in exercise 2, it says, what is your dress sense like? What do you think the basic rules are? So think about that question, which is a personal question. Number 3, here says, listen and check the pronunciation of these things. So my listening is not working. I hope yours is working. But I will help you to pronounce these words, okay? Leather clothes, light colors, dark colors, patterns, big things, small things, tight clothes, high heels, plaits, stripes, loose clothes, and checks. So if here you find a word that you're not familiar with and you don't know, so you can just look it up in the dictionary, okay? Listen again, which of these were mentioned. So I hope your listening is working so you can practice this. And how about exercise 5? Look at these pictures of Hannah and Peter. They are both wearing 3 of their favorite outfits. So I think these ones are the ones here. Yes, so Hannah and Peter. Describe their outfits. What can we say about Anna's outfits? She's wearing a black, a blue and white horizontal stripes t-shirt, and she's wearing a tight red legging, right? And then how about Peter? He's wearing white sport shoes. He's wearing a tight short, yes, black and yellow tight short, and he's wearing a white tight t-shirt, white plaid tight t-shirt. And here in exercise B, what effects does each outfit have? So let's have a look at this one. I think this is a very casual outfit, so that it will have an casual effect. And I think Peter, his outfit has a sport effect, maybe. Yes, he's probably going to the gym, or maybe he's probably going to have some exercise to exercise. Example, that makes him or her look thinner or broader. So here's some Peter outfit. I think it makes him to look thinner, right? Because his clothes is a little bit tight. And on Hannah's outfit, I think it makes her look a little bit broader, right? A little bit like not too tight, not too thin. So which outfit do you think they look best in? What about you? What kind of clothes do you prefer? And here on exercise 6 word work, make a list of the words that are used to describe people and things. Then listen again and check your list. So I would like you to write down these words in your notebook, please, okay? And then let's move on to exercise 9. Follow-up activity. Complete this. So in this case, this follow-up activity, you don't need to write it down in your notebook because you have the spaces provided here for you to write the answers, okay? So patterns make things look broader. So if you're not as thin as you would like to be, wear tight clothes or choose stripes patterns. So you can write different answers if you want. So I just choose this one because as I don't have the listening available here, so I just guess some of them, right? So be very careful with dark colors. If you're tall, right, that will make you look thin. So don't wear dark stripes. You will look like a lamppost. A t-shirt with horizontal stripes, on the other hand, has the tight close effect or has a casual effect. It will make your shoulders look thinner. That's good news for all of you who want thinner shoulders. And then to finish, bad girls, if you want a narrower waist, don't wear clothes with horizontal zit. Sorry, here's my zit. Horizontal stripes, right? Okay, let's move on. So interaction, Richie and Joe. Here's another activity for you to do. Look at the final sentence of the Jefferson Road story on page 28. What do you think happens next? What will you do if in this situation? Here are some possible ideas. Can you think of any more? So Sue tries to explain Richie why Joe is there. Sue doesn't go with Joe. She goes home with Richie. Richie leaves. The next day he meets Sue in the street. Richie leaves and he goes to the recreation center. Samantha and Casey and Tom are there. So what do you think happens next? What will you do in this situation if you're in Sue or in Richie's situation? I know it's a little bit weird. So here in exercise 2 and 3, so you're supposed to write an episode about what happens next. So I wish we could be at school so we can do this. This is like a role play, like an act out, like a dialogue. So we won't be able to do it. So don't worry about exercises 2 and 3. All right. And now it's time to work in a project. So I think this will be very interesting for you to do. So pay very close attention to what you have to do, okay? So here it says, what kind of people do you admire? What kind of people do you dislike? So I would like you to please think about the people you admire. Okay, so here you can see we have some famous people, some famous actors and actresses, like Claudia Schiffer, for example, Steven Spielberg. They're a little bit old-fashioned now, so maybe you can think of or a famous actor, a famous actress that is very popular nowadays. And then what you need to do is to collect pictures of people that you admire and people you dislike too. Arrange your pictures into a collage. Okay, so you had to make a collage in your English